Alright, just a new video, a little different this time around. I just got this delivered, and it only took like about a day, maybe a day and a half. I wasn't expecting it, to be honest, but they had they had they have a special, so just one of those things. And I've been wanting to get a new printer for the longest time, and then I remember seeing this one come up with the pre-orders and everything, but I wanted to make sure it was out because I did a pre-order on my old one, and fast forward to 2025. Now this one does what my old one pretty much struggled to do, my craftbot version 1. And the reason I got this specific printer is because of the ability to print with ABS and tougher filaments. I know this is not a multicolor, but I'm more focused on the tougher filaments, which is the reason I wanted this, because mainly I do small parts and I like to print parts, not trinkets like many people do, but just stuff that I want to use. So that's the story behind this one, and surprisingly it just came like a day and a half from order time. So I'm still surprised about that, because the other one took a while since it came from Hungary. And I'm gonna do the opening while I'm recording, because I can't find my camera holder, so forgive me, but then I can test out the stabilization on this camera at the same time. And the reason why I do this is because if anything's broken, then we can look at it. But the box seems pretty okay, no dents or anything, so that's good. So let's see what we get in this box. And this is, I read the manual last night as well. This is actually a 24-volt power supply that it has on it, and most of the new ones have that. Now my old Craftbot, it was a 12-volt heater, and I tried putting in a, let me see if I can focus here, putting in a 24-volt power supply, but the bed was, and the heaters were still 12 volts, and that's why it takes forever to heat anything up. And the reason I never upgraded that is because, well, all the parts on that printer are very expensive. They've always been, and they never changed. So just pretty much I left it alone, because I pretty much got to the point where I maxed out what I could do with it in terms of the filament. And so that's where I'm at today. So we got the printer guide, then you have the manual, pretty nicely packed. You got a cover and a cover. So this is glass, I believe. So this is the cover on the top, I think. So let me find a good spot where I'm not gonna break this on the desk here. So that's pretty good, still in one piece. So let me oh, and the good thing is this one has handles on there, so they can carry it. So very, very nice packaging, as you can see. I moved the chair so I can do the unboxing now. Alright, I'm gonna have to pause the video and take it out, because definitely, well, that's gonna rip, so I gotta figure out how to take it out of here without breaking it. Hang on a second. Alright, that's what the box looks like. I just tilted it on the side and pulled it, and here is the printer. So let me get it all set up on the table or something. Hang on. So here is the printer, and let's keep going here. Take all this stuff out. So from there, another piece here. Then we have a box in here with some foam in the bottom. It's not gonna come out. So let me get that. And finally, the printer. So I wonder if this is magnetic. I don't know if I want to take it out yet. But anyways, that is the printer right here. It's got that sensor there. Hang on, let me turn it. Alright, so I'm not going to go in too much on the printer itself. There are many videos that go into it, but what I want to do point out is that servo motor down there is a lot smaller. That one on the bottom, it's a lot smaller than the other ones on the Craftbot, at least for that one. The other top ones are the same, similar rails here. But yeah, I like it. It looks really nice. So I'll do the comparison, or at least I'll try to put them together to show you. This one's, I think, a little taller than the Craftbot. Right now it's on the other side of the room, so I'll try and maybe set it up over there. But when I do that, I'll take out the other one and put it right here next to it, so you can get an idea what that looks like. So while I'm recording, let me show you the bottom, since this is something you don't see on the videos. So it comes with I want to say rubber feet. Yep, they're rubber. And that's what the bottom looks like. Power supply, and the board is right underneath on the front. It's a very small board. And the good thing is that the parts on this one are also pretty affordable, so that's the other reason for going with this particular printer as well. So I'll leave this video at that for now, since I have to set all this up. So just a quick look at what you get. So you get the manual, get this bag, you get the LCD, pretty straightforward. Get the holder for the filament, power cord, that's the glass. And in this baggie, you get, there's like a rubber piece that goes in, has to go in there for the cleaning, I believe. Then you get some filament. I did forget to mention that you don't actually get like a whole roll. You just get this little bit when you just buy the printer. I do have some rolls from before, so that's why I only got just the printer. So here are a couple of pads and screws. Not sure where that goes. Scraper blade. I guess that's what that is. And you do get a USB drive. Too bad it doesn't even say how big it is. Doesn't have anything. That's a new one. Never seen that before. Not, at least not without telling you what it is. And we have some grease for 3D printers by them. And there is a build platform glue stick. I don't know, is that like a regular glue stick? I'm not sure. Yeah, it looks like a regular glue stick to me. I think I got a couple of those somewhere. Then we have a couple of, let's see, Phillips screwdriver, flat screwdriver, and 3 4 Allen wrenches. 1 2 3 4. And then we have some Pass QC. And what's this here? Oh, that's the needle, I guess we'll call it, for the clogs. That's pretty long. Never seen one that. Well, anyways. Yeah, let's call that a needle. That's kind of good though, because sometimes what you have is like so short you can't get to the whole clog or whatever. Hopefully we won't have to deal with that too much, but that's pretty much it on this side of the printer. So I hope that helps. Alright, so here's a look at both printers. The Craftbot, very first version of the Craftbot when it came out, and that's the tiny LCD on the Craftbot compared to the new one. Now, we're not comparing the same things. Obviously, when this came out, it did its job for what it was, but like the overall size, it's pretty much the same. This one's just a tiny bit taller, and it doesn't weigh as much either. I think this one weighs a lot more than that one. So one of the things I want to point out is, one of the main things I want to point out is the bed. So you can see the bed is held by this sort of triangle, and it's just a like a 2mm aluminum plate. And that was always the problem with this, trying to get a nice squared part. It was difficult because sometimes it tended to bow down like that, or just bend a little bit, versus the new one. You can see the plate is held through 1, 2, 3 screws, and this one only the 2 back ones. So that's one of the main upgrades on the newer machines that you want, because that's gonna give you a nice flat surface. It doesn't matter how they do it, it's just that makes a big difference compared to having it just sort of float like this. And that was a color touchscreen. This one is just the obviously plastic, and it's external. But I want to just kind of show you the two together before I swap them and use that. One other thing I never like is this thing all the way on the top of this printer, because it was always under the shelf, which is kind of clunky. So you can see the holders in the front for this one. That one's on the side, so a little difference here and there, but overall it's the same thing in terms of what they're supposed to be doing, FDM printers. But yeah, I hope that helps. Compared to what this one used to cost versus that one, this one I think it was $600 or $700 at the time. It was the pre-purchase. This one now it's just over $300 with the shipping and the discount that they had it for, and the shipping insurance. And it came in like in a day and a half from when I ordered it, which is not the case with this one. This one took like a week or two or something. I can't remember now. But like everything else, you know, fast forward from when I got this, which I can't even remember how long ago that was, to 2025, and it's a no-brainer. Yes, it's not multicolor, but I'm not looking for that necessarily. I'm more interested in the full cover. This is magnetic. Top one is not. But the full cover printer versus this one was open here and here, as you can see. And for tougher materials, you definitely want a full cover. And that's always what I prefer anyways. But I wanted to point that out because those are the options you can get now. You have so many printers that are enclosed, and they have different setups and multiple colors if you want. But specifically for parts or harder materials, this is why I chose that one. And the price and the parts are supposed to be a lot more affordable than this one, which if they were, I would have updated that one, but it never happened. So like everything else, you gotta move on and leave it at that. I mean, that's just the way it is. So I hope that helps. All right, I'm just turn it on, set it up. The first choice was the language, so I'm just gonna confirm. I already took the 3 screws out. They actually show you here, which is good. Welcome, ensure the chamber is free from foreign objects, and click confirm. I have taken everything out. Confirm. Let me open it so we can see. Self-check process. Place the bolt plate correctly. We side A facing up. The process is expected to last for 30 minutes. Now 30 minutes, that's a lot for just checking, but hopefully that'll improve, because man, that's a long time for a friggin' leveling or check. But that's what it is. So right now it's about almost 1:30, so 2 o'clock, I guess. Let's start. Let's turn it on. Okay, there's some light behind the nozzle, so that's heating up. So I'll just come back when it's done, because I'm not gonna sit here for 30 minutes. So I guess he's gonna have a check or something on the side here. So we'll see. Alright, so this thing is calibrating. Let's see here, tuning. That's a heck of a sound that it's making. Get it closer so you can hear it. I can hear that across the room, so hopefully it's just for the tuning, but that's it. Alright, so the calibration finished. Actually, that took 5 minutes, even though it said 30. About 5 minutes, so that wasn't too bad. There was at one point where it was making that loud noise. I thought it was the bathroom, because it kind of makes the same noise when you take a shower. But other than that, now just gotta connect it, check the firmware, and I think there might be an update. So that's pretty much for the setup. Now I was just gonna start printing something with the little bit of filament that they did, but I'm just gonna do this first. So there you go. All right, first print. Let me see if I can focus this. Come on, buddy, focus. Okay, it's not gonna show anything. So first print is done. Now that's the new light that they have. As you can see, everything is closed, and I can see in okay. But let me show you what that light is. That's what that new light is. It's not coming from the camera, it's coming from there. I would have liked to have one on the other side as well, to have an even light on both sides going down, but it is what it is. So let's take a look. This just finished. Now on the line down here, I kind of bumped it when I was moving the glass on the top, so I bumped the PTF tube, the white one, a little bit, so I think that's why I got a line there. Now the other little thing I should mention, the bottom is all white, because that's the test filament that they give you, and that's all it was able to do, just the bottom base, and then everything else. I have this black, what are these? Let me see here. Hang on. So I had this old PLA that I bought at Fry's, if you guys remember Fry's. So I have a couple of those still right here. So that's what I'm using, and that one was a pretty old one. I mean, I was outside and everything. I don't bother trying anything. I just left it all closed with the top as all, and just cut like the end that was dirty, and so far it's looking pretty good. Especially with the heating elements and everything on here. I'm not gonna force it right now, but it's done, as you can see. So let me go ahead and it took an hour, 59 minutes and 10 seconds, about 2 hours. So okay, confirm. I almost hit print again, so be careful not to do that. And that's pretty much it. It's kind of nice to see that here's the light, so I'll just leave it on. But overall, it's just a really nice printer. I mean, with the enclosure and everything. Can it be improved? Well, like anything else, it can be. But that's the beauty of these printers. Just like your computer printers, over time, they just improve them over, get better and better. And that's what we're seeing, which is nice. And also the prices. I mean, they're going down quite a lot on many of the printers. So it's just a matter of choice. Some of them you can get for like 400 with all the extra, what do you call that, where you can put multiple filaments in. Obviously I don't have a lot of room, so I have it on the middle shelf, but this is just the size is similar to my craft bot. The only difference is this one's a little taller. Craft bot was still right to buy here. So that's the other reason I liked it. I don't need a huge machine because, one, I don't print anything that big. Two, I print parts which are small. And three, it's fine. I mean, I print small parts and this works just fine. So it all depends on what you want and what you need or what you want to use it for. But yeah, as you can see, regular printers right there. So pretty good so far. And this is the what do they call it, the waste bin that they have off of this. They have it in here already, so let me go to files and they have it right here. So there it is, the bin. So I haven't done anything. I haven't brought any files in yet. This is the first print that I've done. And oh, this part is magnetic, and the magnet is pretty strong, which is awesome. Comes out over here, so you can like hold it and pull it up. Now I'm letting it cool down because you kind of want to do that. Yes, I could pull it off, but it's nicer to just let it cool down and then do it. Unless you're going to print again, which I'm not. But if you look at the details, look at all the words. Everything's really nice. And I was looking at this, I thought that was like a mistake or something that was going on, but no, it's actually this right here on the sticker. I mean, it's really nice. I like it. But anyways, I just thought I'd show this to you if you're new to 3D printing. First print just came out really fast. I mean, it doesn't take a lot to set up. The cleaning brush over there, they had an extra one on the bag, so that's what that was, because I didn't mention that before. And I didn't know what it was until I saw it here, and then I noticed this just sticks on there, and you can replace it. So that's kind of neat. But other than that, I guess I can show you the light. I think the light was on the camera last time. That's the camera right here. I don't see a light on it. I see it up there. But yeah, I would have liked to see two, one on each side, if that was possible, which I think it is, but I don't know how the old ones are, but there you go. Alright, so here is the bottom layer. Let me see if I can get a good look at it. This is the filament sample that they gave you, or gave me. This one didn't come with a kilo freebie one or anything like that. But again, I had the other filaments myself. So that's why you see white and then the black. I just decided to use the black. And as you can see, everything looks really good on this. I mean, the details are really, really nice. Even these lines, I mean, they pretty much mimic the whole printer, which is really, really pretty nice, actually. The line you see here is, I think, where I bumped it. I was looking at the glass on the top, and I bumped the PTF E2, so I think that's what that was. But other than that, everything looks pretty good. And this is just the first print. I didn't do anything. This was the defaults that they had on there, so you can see. I'm just gonna put it in the back. I'm not even gonna use the screws because it's pretty tight in that area since it's on the metal shelf. But I want to show you that even with my old, I don't know how many years the PLA is, this has been open. I never bother heating them or what do you call it, drying them or anything. Take them out of the box and I use them. And I still have quite a, like 3 or 4 rolls left of PLA. I do have one ABS, which is the one I want to try, but I don't have anything to print yet. If I do, I might print the coin holder that I have in the car, because the PLA one, those things tend to pretty much warp when you're outside or you leave them in the car. So I might be doing that, but I might have to do some refinishing on, or some updates on that particular coin holder, because I have another one here that I bought on AliExpress, but this is just very different. This was for the European market, and so the coin setup is different, and that's why you see all these. I'm using the 10 cents on this one and this one. They still fit okay, but it's not the right one, so I might do something like that later too. I don't know, we'll see. But that's where I want to try it, because I do put that in the car so I don't have a mess like that just rolling around. And that gives you a good test for ABS and anything harder. This one's a little thin, as you can see. It's just for a waist pin, so it's not too bad, but the size could have been pretty much the same as the front. I think maybe, from what I remember, the minimum you want, minimum thickness on an ABS, not ABS, PLA is 3 millimeters. That's going to give you a nice middle of the line, if you will. Little stronger walls. 3 millimeters was, I think, the bare minimum, if I remember right. Kind of like here, you can see it's probably that on the base. Maybe a little more, or no, about 3 maybe. It didn't go more because that's all they had on that little baggie. So there you go. You can see it's kind of thin, so not too bad, but yeah, it looks good.